What's up everyone, once again this is HeyPreezy, also known as Fire Pro Gym on Twitter. And just like my Twitter handle says, I'm more of a Fire Pro wrestling guy. But I'll always have a special place in my heart for No Mercy. So we're taking a look at the newest No Mercy mod to be released, AKI Evolution. Version 1 just dropped recently, and it's one of the most anticipated mod because of all the cool upgrades that they did. From the behavior, the matches, the moves, the attire, basically taking it to the next step. The next level of modding in the AKI games. So we're gonna take a quick look on this mod and we're gonna play a quick match after viewing the whole roster. As you can see here, the main menu design really looks slick and very far from the original No Mercy menu. No more walls, no more TVs, no more chains, just like the WCW Feel the Bang mod, they completely reimagined the main menu and the screen, so it's a nice and refreshing touch. I love the color scheme, I love the placement of the text and the font that they use. I like it. It's pretty cool that you can also access the options just by pressing the Z button rather than scrolling the old school way, left and right until you reach the SmackDown Mall. I think it's neat. So yeah, after that we'll look at the match types. As for the match types, it's basically the same, but if you look closely, there are matches that you cannot select for now. It is intended for future updates on this mod. You can do normal matches and steel cage for now, but in the future you can do things like an ambulance match, a casket match, death match, Hell in a Cell, wow, TLC, Last Man Standing, and scaffold matches. I've seen some variations of these codes over the years for No Mercy, but they are not perfect, so I'm really curious on how they're gonna do this right now in 2020, where every modder has been really top notch. The same can be said in the tag team matches. They also have these Hell in a Cell, Death Match, TLC, Fatal 4-Way also have it. Also have Double Jeopardy. Handicap matches also includes that. Okay, this one gets me excited for future releases because they're planning to do an elimination chamber mod, a little lockdown mode, and also war games. I'm really curious on how they're going to code this and implement this, and it would be really a groundbreaking stuff to really look forward to. Now we're gonna look at the roster. It's smaller compared to other No Mercy mods, but the good thing is that they have tons of attire here and accurate and different movesets for each wrestler. And here it is, The Rock. Look at that model, it's really good, and it has different versions of The Rock, not only the current one but different. There is a bearded The Rock, and just bring it in Hollywood Rock, one of my favorite incarnations of The Rock. And his attire in that era, multiple attires. There's a red one, there's a gold one, a 2001 era The Rock, before he left for Hollywood, red and white. I like that. There's also classic The Rock in the Attitude Era, before he became WWF champion. Also Rocky Maivia, a good, nice touch. We have Steve Austin in here. I don't know why his name is Steve Austin, but it's the classic Texas Rattlesnake with the all black attire with different colored knee braces. And also I like this one, the t-shirts, different t-shirts. It's like that the AKI Evolution team put all of the t-shirts that's available for Steve Austin in this game. I like it. It's like we have 30 attires and then Ringmaster, complete with a different moveset, along with ECW Steve Austin, I guess, and WCW Steve Austin from the Hollywood Blondes, teaming with Brian Pillman, also with complete moveset. John Cena has different armbands and wristbands and different colored jorts. I wish the shoes are more different, but we can always do and change that up. Also, a rookie John Cena attire. Look at that. And this one is a one I really like, prototype. Looks very cool. And of course, the King of Kings, the game, Triple H, with his current attires that he wore for like the past 5 years since shaving his head. I'm not too familiar with his attires, but I think these are WrestleMania attires from when he faced The Undertaker. And of course, the iconic DX1, 2005 era, and the 2003 Triple H. I really like this attire because it's different. It's rare that you can see Triple H wear this. Did he wear this for only one time? Also with the white boots and the purple trunks, red trunks. I like that. It's different. Of course, Attitude Era Triple H. There you go. From the first time he became WWF champion. Yeah, here you go. The Intercontinental Champion Triple H. The purple attire. I really like that also. I like the dedication and the accuracy of the attires here in this AKI Evolution mod. So really a good job to you guys. We even have Hunter Helsley. And of course, one of my favorite wrestlers forever and never, Eddie Guerrero. Look at that. I've never seen this attire, honestly. But it looks cool, I think this is from the 2005-2004 era of Eddie Guerrero. This one I'm familiar with. When he's teaming with Chavo, US title reign also, and the long-haired Eddie. That's a cool variation. This one is I'm really familiar with this. We're familiar with this. WWF and JPW. Independent scene, he always wear that one. This one is also iconic from his WCW days and against Rey Mysterio, I guess. We also have old school Eddie when he's teaming with Art Barr, complete with a longer haired version. Wow, that's cool. Shawn Michaels. I never really liked Shawn Michaels, but he has cool attires. Look at that. Is that WrestleMania 26 attire? And 25. I'm pretty sure that's 24. This one is 23. And 22, WrestleMania 22. I'm not too familiar with other attires, but they look really cool. This one is from the Royal Rumble 2007, I guess. If I remember it correctly. And this one, I'm really familiar with this one because the old WWE games refused to update Shawn Michaels' attire for like what, 3-4 consecutive games, SmackDown vs. Raw, right? They don't want to upgrade it. It's just always been like that, right? So how could I not know that attire? Oh, this one, it's very different. And that's why I like it, along with this one. A lot of people doesn't like this attire, but I like it. This is from the Street Fight, NWO, Attitude Era Shawn Michaels. There's so many attires that you can choose from in this game. It's mind-blowing. Look at that. They have the WrestleMania, there you go, WrestleMania 12 attire, and the blue one, the very rare blue ones. I like that. They even have the old school, Shawn Michaels attire, the Rockers. We have Ric Flair here, the older Ric Flair, and the WCW Ric Flair. The green and yellow attire is the one that I really associate with Ric Flair, aside from the light blue attire. course, Hollywood Hulk Hogan here, NWO, and Mr. America, which surprised me, in classic 80s Hulkamania. So that's cool. As far as I know, the different attires for Hulk Hogan also has a different movesets and different reactions from the crowd. I saw it from Twitter. And look at this, one of my favorite wrestlers also, CM Punk, with different attires. I think he has, if I'm not mistaken, 40 attires. Let's look at that. All the way from his last appearance to the straight edge savior, the Messiah, the real Messiah, not Seth Rollins. They even have the masked CM Punk in here, and of course from his days from Money in the Bank winner, ECW. They have his ROH and Indie Days attire. Sabu, which I don't know why he's in here, but it's a nice addition. I wish the pants would be a little more shinier and his skin tone would be a little more darker, but it's cool. It's good. Of course, Goldberg. How can you not have a all-star roster without Goldberg? I like the jacket. And of course, Sting, NWO Sting, and the Stinger. And also, you cannot have Sting without fantasy matches him with The Undertaker, complete with 4 attires. Alright, since that is the whole roster, so we're gonna do a match right now. I'm gonna do one of my dream matches, Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels. This match never happened. I think it never happened. You know, even in house matches, it never happened. So I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna take control of Eddie, and Shawn is gonna be my opponent. And there we go, right into the fight. No more entrances. I turned it off, I guess. We're gonna turn the replay off. I never liked the replay off. I like the attire. They're really well done. This Eddie Guerrero attire, I'm not too familiar with it. The color scheme, I'm not too familiar. But Shawn Michaels, this is my all-time favorite Shawn Michaels attire. Because he rarely does this white dominant attire in the mid-2000s, right? It's always black and something. But this one I like it because it has a larger shade of larger portion of white and larger portion of red in his attire. And I like the match, WrestleMania 23. I really thought that Shawn Michaels will take the WWE title off John Cena. I watched it live as a kid, and he missed there. Also, a while ago, I've read in the main menu section that you cannot, or that they removed the ability to do strong grapple moves on the early portion of the match, I guess. That means that you could just do a crazy ass power bomb or power moves or a choke slam or whatever, or something in the first minute if you get lucky or your grapple goes through. You know, I like that idea. I like that. My main wrestling game would always be the Fire Pro Wrestling series, and I grew up with that kind of gameplay where, you know, gradually work your way up the match in the match structure, you know, like the old way, the old school way, or just like how the way it used to be, or how it should be. You start the match and you have your fill out process, right? You stalk your opponent, you circle your opponent, you do your little moves, the snapmares, the arm drags, the takedowns, the wear down submissions, the internationals, all that jazz, and then you gradually work your way up to the medium damage category to do some suplex, body slams, fancy springboard moves or whatever, outside dives, and then into the big moves, the power bombs, the choke slams, brain busters, dragon and tiger suplex or whatever, and the finishers, of course. But I still love a simple match structure like that, and I like that AKI Evolution implemented that in here, so for a better gaming experience, right? So I appreciate that they do that. It's a nice touch amongst other improvements in the game. But let me see. I think there's also additional moves that you can do on the ground, since the ground grapples in No Mercy are limited, right? To just one for each side of the body. One for the head, one for the legs, right? And one for the torso area, the arm area. That's for opponents that are laying front and back, right? I think they did an additional one for more options in the game, since I also saw a tweet about different reactions to certain taunts in the game, to others, certain era of wrestlers like Hollywood Hogan and classic 80s Hogan, the Hulkamania, would have different reactions. Triple H of this era and the Attitude Era Triple H would also differ in reactions. I've seen that on Twitter. Again, it's a nice touch. Little things like that gets overlooked, but by most. But those little things, the little details that makes the game better, in my opinion. That the fact that you can improve a 20-year-old game's behavior to the way that you want it to be is outstanding. It's simply outstanding, and I salute the AKI Club guys on this one. The AKI Evolution team, I think it's just a single guy, I don't know, but I'm not too familiar with them. But I really admire that everything that they do to keep this game alive after all these years, 20 years, and the game is still running, and the community is still strong, and there's still a lot of gamers that still play this game, me myself included. So yeah, kudos to the team, and I'll continue to support this project. What's happening in the match right now? I'll go back to the match. I'll try to commentate on the match. 5 minutes have already passed, and wow, back suplex by Eddie Guerrero. Shawn Michaels is very quick. Look at that, how he evades it. Maybe go for the pin, but too near to the ropes. Eddie Guerrero mocking Shawn Michaels into the eye rake. So I'm assuming that I'm playing Eddie Guerrero as the heel in this match. For powerbomb, HBK blocks the clinching slam. Whips Eddie on the ropes. Oh, running crossbody. And he targets Eddie's legs. So he can't run, he can't do the top rope moves that he wants to do. Clinching slam by Eddie Guerrero. He's trying to do something on the apron. Goes for the springboard drop kick. Turns Shawn Michaels inside out. And Eddie sees the momentum. He's on his side. Crossbody. Diving crossbody by Eddie Guerrero. Only a 2 count. HBK refuses to go down. Schoolboy by Eddie. Too near to the ropes. Eddie Guerrero is feeling it, but he was met in the face with a dropkick by Shawn Michaels. He's still up. Shawn Michaels with a swinging neck breaker. Look how quick HBK is in this game. I can't keep up. Dropkick by Eddie. Picks Shawn Michaels up. Another spinning hurricane run into the pin, but he's too near to the ropes. If there's one thing that I really don't like about the Aki games, the No Mercy game, only a two now, is that there are times that you pin them and they're not near the ropes, and the game will still call for the rope break. I think that's stupid, but it's an older game, an older system, you know. Sometimes I just turn it off, but oh, spinning kick by Shawn Michaels. Another small package by Eddie to stop the kicks. Only a 2 count. Eddie looks to be in control of this match. Oh, Northern Light suplex block. Goes for a Northern Light suplex again. Another bluff by Shawn Michaels. He doesn't want to be suplexed by Eddie. Into a hip toss. A desperation hip toss. Pummeling away on the face of Latino Heat. Drop kick by Eddie. Whips him to the ropes. Shawn Michaels counters. Back elbow. A counter by Eddie. Countered by Shawn Michaels. Into a running bulldog. Oh god. The series of counters in there. Look how quick Shawn Michaels evades my grapple attempts. Shawn Michaels has open. Counter again by Shawn Michaels. Another bulldog. Deja vu from what happened earlier. Picks him up. Nails him. Oh, with the switch of music. Right on the head. Right on the chin. 2. And that's it. Well, that was a good match. We had our fans, we had our shine. We played our part, we did our best. It wasn't good enough. We tried to play heel in this match, and we have it on the palm of our hands. But you know, Shawn Michaels just nailed us with that switching music. So yeah, that was a good match, and I can definitely see why it is good. All right, some final thoughts on this. First things first, I really like the presentation, the menus, because it feels like it's different. It doesn't look complicated, but it feels different. I think it needs more work on the fonts, the style, but they'll get there eventually, right? The gameplay is more important. About the gameplay, I can feel that the effects of some changes to it. Not a lot of changes, but I can feel it. I think I have the difficulty at the medium on the match. And normally that's something that it would be really easy for me. But this time I'm having difficulty with landing a strike or be the first to grapple him. So I think that's a good thing, you know, makes it more challenging. There are moments that I think that I almost have it won, you know. The small packages, but HBK keeps on kicking out, you know. If you play the original No Mercy, the vanilla No Mercy, the match is over at that, right? But HBK also keeps on reversing my moves, the Northern Light attempts, the suplex attempts. It really built his momentum, and you know, he hit the switch in music for the win. Overall, I like this mod. I'll be on the lookout for more changes in addition to it. I'm really excited about the roster, who's going to be included in it. I think Rey Mysterio is one. I've seen previews of him, so that's cool. Plus the additional match modes that the original No Mercies doesn't have, like Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, the War Games, right? That would be really dope. So yeah, that took longer than expected. I played like 5 different matches, but I didn't record it, but it was a blast. It was a good experience. I recommended playing this mod because of the cool upgrades in the match. It's not noticeable right away, but in the long run you will see the changes in it. So yeah, I recommend this for you to download. It's a great mod. It's a clean mod. No bullshits. It's just plain. It has a good roster and a good presentation and good coding in it. So with that, I think I will record a few more Sid matches, and I'll try to upload it in the following days. Alright, so If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I'll see you guys around. Peace.